Leah Wilks, and I'm originally from Hillsborough, North Carolina, and then I'm based out of Durham now after living in New York and California for a while. I think I pursued a career in dance because nothing else lined up. For me, I love performing. I love dancing and performing other people's work, but the way that I understand the world is through the use of relationship and space, and I feel like, yeah, that's my best form of expression, and so that lent itself to choreography. I'm really interested in social rules, social constructs, why we do what we do, where that comes from. I think that my style choreographically very much comes from my dancers and who I'm working with. I start with questions. I'm never interested in answering things for people. I don't really want to tell a story. I don't want to do things linearly. I really like creating worlds and environments that start from a question and allow people to have their own experience inside of that. So I guess that's sort of my choreographic device. In terms of my movement, I mean, my education has been all over the place, and I think I'm into really big physical movement that has a really specific gestural work inside of it. So when I'm working with dancers, I'm looking for people who are really smart and have the ability to take a question or take a theme and extrapolate on that and pull it apart, and then I like taking what comes out of them and constructing it into something that creates a world. I never put myself in my own work, but I did it this time. And I think this solo is not a lot of big crazy movement. It's not a dancey dance piece. That's not the point of it. It's not about satisfying the viewer, and I think for me it does actually connect into some really like deep parts of my psyche. So perhaps it is important that I'm the one performing it. For me, what this piece has emerged as is what happens when you are in those situations where you can't make meaning. Like you can't, there's no takeaway message, there's no thing to allow you to move forward in your life and say like, yes, well this terrible thing happened, but man, I learned this lesson. You know, what happens when you can't do that, and what are you left with, and how do you still move? I mean, it's amazing to be able to make a career out of what you really love.